The boy in the back. Actually, that boy's younger than the boy in the front. The boy in the front is uh, delivering or taking some a tray of ale to somebody in the back. I'm almost on the fly. I'm gonna say it's a grumpy-looking hunter of sorts. Like he looked like a hunter, clad in like basic leather garb, has a bow on his back and a quiver. He's eating by himself, or yeah, he's eating like I'm gonna say dried meat and drinking ale. There's already a couple empty mugs there, and the boy nods respectfully and puts down all the ales for him. They were all meant for him, and then walks back to the bar without saying anything.
Okay. And this is the gruffest looking individual in the bar?
Yeah, outside of the innkeeper, yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to sit down across from him at his table, and I'm going to grab. How many ales does he have in front of him?
He had one that he was drinking. There were two empty mugs. He delivered worth 3 mugs total. So there's 3 mugs on the table that aren't being attended to.
All right. I'm going to drink 2 of them at the same time. I'm going to grab the third one after I just down those. I'm going to take the third one, spit in it, and then set it in front of him.
Wow. Okay. This guy watches all this take place, and like just watching you with a careful eye. You think he'd be intimidated by a big fucking bull man for walking in and doing all this, but this guy is serious business. He hunts in fucking Barovia. You can't really do that without having a bit of a pair on you.
Yeah, and I stand up from the table and like extend my arms and just stand there like, "What up?"
You're just trying to think, oh shit, that's really funny. If you don't have a point of inspiration, you can have one. He stands up slowly after you do, and all he does is look at you, and then he gestures out the door with his thumb. He wants you to go outside. Doesn't say anything.
Take it outside.
All right. Yeah, I take the ale that I spat in and I down that as I'm walking out the door. I just throw the cup on the ground.
Disgusting.
Everybody's watching this take place. The innkeeper's slightly irritated by your antics, causing slight disruption, but he's also not too unused to it. So yeah, you and this hunter.
But it is a good, wholesome bar.
Yeah, in Valaki of all places. Jeez. Yeah, you and this hunter head outside, and he stands opposite you in the road and raises his fists, and he says, what does he say? You may be a big fucker, but I can throw a mean punch.
Yeah, I just grunt.
And then he still, in spite of himself, waits for you to make the first move. But he has a solid stance. He actually looks like a capable fighter. It's not an incompetent sort of stance.
Okay.
Do you initiate or no?
Yeah, sure. I can take a hint. I'm going to go into a rage.
Okay. We're gonna just make this back and forth, just a turn thing. Make it easy. All right. So, yeah, you can do that.
And
treat it as a turn.
yeah, I'm not going to activate the storm more because that's just
That would be seen poorly by the guards.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have unarmed attack.
Reckless attack.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody's proficient in them. They do D4 damage plus strength.
Reckless assault, or whatever it's called. Go on.
You can also hit him with your horns, but that would be careful with that. Don't gore him. There's a difference between headbutting him and goring him.
Hold up a mirror to his face.
Do it? I thought I put it down.
Yeah, it'd be a D20 plus your strength to hit or to attack, and then it'd be a D4 plus your strength to deal damage. Oh, and you're proficient in it.
Okay, so D20.
Yeah, D20, and then your proficiency is 2, and your strength is what?
4.
Yeah, what I'm asking is you hit them no matter what with 15. Now roll a D4.
Can't add your proficiency to unarmed fighting unless you're proficient in it.
You do, and I think you do it in attack. I thought everybody was proficient with their hands.
It's like that's specifically one of the things the monk gets is proficiency.
Yeah, but
with
they do damage differently with their hands. They don't. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna have it do what you're doing, but regardless, 15 hits anyway, so it doesn't change the start situation.
Okay.
So add your strength is 4, so you do 5 non-lethal, which is a pretty nice hit in spite of rolling low, because of this guy is, he's still an NPC. So where do you punch him specifically if you care?
In the face.
Okay. Then yeah, he reels back, taking a pretty big hit. His jaw kind of shifts to the side, and aches considerably. Already he bleeds from the corner of his eye where you hit him, and his nose is broken and bleeding. It was a pretty decent hit, but he's still up. He then steps forward and makes an attack of his own. Plus.
16 is my armor class, so. Probably.
Yeah, and he has enough strength. I'm gonna say is let's give him 14. He was actually pretty strong. So plus 2, so 17. Yeah, he hits you. Rolling damage.
I assumed you added your rage to damage, yes?
Oh, he did. That'd be 7. Yeah, you hit him really hard. He almost went out from that one hit.
Yeah, I was trying to find unarmed strike in the compendium so I could add it as a weapon. So it'd be a lot easier.
It's not there like that. Yeah, you have to do it manually using the books. He actually gets a high damage roll. He hits you for 6, which is surprisingly high. Like you hit him for 7, he hit him for 6, so he pretty damn good hit. He hits you because you're so tall though. He has to hit you in the liver.
In the
but
groin.
It's a pretty nice potent body blow.
I'm raging, so that's -3.
Yeah. So then it would be. He doesn't have any bonus actions. Now it's your turn. Oh, okay. So how do you knock this guy
Poor
out?
man.
Knock him out.
Okay.
Knock him up in the air.
We don't need to roll anything more.
Yeah, I'm just going to give him a good old haymaker. And just punch him right under his chin. And I'm assuming he goes flying backwards and upwards a couple feet.
Oh yeah,
hits the ground.
yeah. It was such a powerful hit. Yeah. You restrain yourself from killing him, but you hit him plenty hard enough to knock the man unconscious. And yeah, he twirls back, kind of rotates with your fists and backwards, and falls down into the mud of the street. And this is out cold. Doesn't really say anything. Obviously, he's totally unconscious.
All right. Does he have any gold on him?
You're not gonna knock him too.
Jeez. Okay. Roll a d10.
No, I'm not gonna mug this guy. Well, I don't know. I think Bjorn. I don't know.
He won the fight. It's fair and square.
Yeah, that's not how fights between men typically work. You don't mug each other, but
He's
you
a
are really
pirate,
greedy and a pirate.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guard has come to this intersection and doesn't see what you're doing, very visibly, but he does see a large bull man crouching over a smaller human.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of my silver pieces and just throw it on his face.
Nice, I like that.
And walk away.
The guard makes it to, just as you're walking away, makes it to the I'm gonna say body. Yeah, bodies can be unconscious. The
It's gonna be
guy.
great.
And
I'm
the
gonna have
guard
to
robs him.
explain to this guard.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, that's gonna be funny. He looks at the guy and looks at you, and he says, "Hey, what happened here?" And then he's like, kind of stepping after you. He's kind of got a shield, and he had in one hand, he's got a club in the other. He's looking at you, and he's like, "Hey, where are you going?"
A tour of a statin.
Yep.
He-
Just start walking off.
He looks at you, kind of perplexed. He's kind of confused. His brow furrows. He's like, "What?
So
Hey,
have,
where the fuck are you going?"
have
He's
we
still, like,
caught
looking
up
at
to him by now? Could we be like,
You were, yeah, no, you're still, unfortunately, in the, unfortunately, you're questioning people in the, town square, and I'm gonna actually go with that. You're gonna get a lead. Unless for some reason you separated, which would, I don't know.
no,
but anyway,
I'll stick with him.
Yeah, so this guy's kind of still chasing after you, and he taps you on the, tries to tap you on the shoulder, taps you on the back, says, "Hey, what happened here?" He's being, like, very stern and louder.
How big is this guard? I'm just imagining like this tiny little like private. It's like, hey, you come back here.
He's like, let's say 5'9". He's clad in chainmail, simple, shitty iron cap, typical guard crap. Has a small shield and a club, like practically a baton.
Okay, so as he like taps me on the back, I'm gonna like immediately turn and just shoot this like glare like into his fucking soul. Like you don't want this.
Yeah, then definitely do an intimidation.
Oh, God
Which
damn
funny
it.
you rolled, but don't you have like any like advantage or something or something?
I mean, that,
No.
I thought you had some sort of bonus for intimidation.
I've got that. I don't really have anything for intimidation specifically.
All right, I'm gonna have it go this way. He recoils backwards and is like, "Whoa, fuck!" He doesn't say that, but he's like, "Whoa!" And it's like, "Hey, wait, I can't." He's like steps forward, kind of, and he's like hesitant. He doesn't really know what to do. You didn't like super succeed. You kind of did. And he says,
I'm warning you, don't let that happen again.
"It's like, yeah." Essentially, he says, "I'm gonna assume it was a friendly fight. I'm gonna make sure he's okay. But if I see you get anything involved again, we're gonna have a long talk down at the station." Because of course he says
Yeah.
that.
He says this, and I just take my big mitt and I just pat him on the head. Just walk off.
Yeah, he sort of kind of recoils again, with worried that you were like gonna do something to him. But he's like, "Okay," and he just backs away and goes immediately to the guy on the ground, tries to see if he's all right. All right, so that's resolved. We're gonna say that you go back inside the inn. You like go and sit down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm actually gonna sit at the table that the hunter was at now that it's vacant.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's somehow vacant. I'm just gonna sit there and drink. Hopefully, the hunter was a part of like some fight club, so when he regains consciousness, he'll try and find me and be like, "Hey, man, there's a club."
I like your enthusiasm. I will definitely think about that. So that will definitely be a consideration of mine. As far as the main square now, the three of you, Darius, Juan, and Lucian.
Has Cole moved
I
at
want
all?
to check in with you, but technically I want to give Cole a chance.
Yeah, has he
Does anything
moved
happen
at
with
all?
Cole at the church? like as you're making potions and stuff. This girl has not said anything to you. She's just given you a polite smile and worked with you to make this potion. Um, it doesn't take. It takes a while, but it doesn't not gonna take like 8 hours. It's gonna take like over between an hour and 2 hours to do everything.
Okay. I guess like as we are making the potions, we can kind of have like some like light conversation. Or maybe I can ask her like, how did you join the church? Like, what was your choice for doing this? You know, so on and so forth. Like, where are your parents at? Like, where'd you go to school? You know, like, what's your
Yeah.
favorite movie?
Small talk. Yeah, she's hesitant to respond at first, but she actually really likes your voice. So then she kind of blushes and lowers her eyes before looking back up and nodding at you politely again. She's very courteous, polite girl. Again, she's like about 14, 15 at the most. She
You
says,
said 16.
yeah, she's younger than the other boy and younger than you, but only by a little bit. Yeah, that's fine, Mark.
Yeah,
She
just put me
then-
on autopilot.
Yep. She looks at you and says, "They're dead." And the shield. That's all she kind of says for a moment before setting down her mortar and pestle. And she was grinding up another one of the herbs. And says, ghouls. They were out on the road. They were traders. And they were making a delivery to Barovia when some ghouls wandered out from the forest and fell upon them, killed them all. I wasn't there. I was back home, being taken care of by a neighbor. I didn't. They didn't want to take me with them because it would be too dangerous out on the road, and I guess they were right. Ever since then, I came here, as many of the orphans do, and decided to take up the teachings of Lathander, as he has treated me well in these troubling, dark times. And she gives a very warm and grateful smile in the priest's direction, the father's direction, and then turns back to you and says, "I think you can see that too. You seem like a good soul yourself."
Right. I just lost all train of thought. Oh, first I'm gonna say like that. I'm sorry what happened to your parents, and then like, I kind of want to inquire about that more, but I'll like to do an insight to like see if she's okay, like with me continuing.
Right. Go right ahead.
But I don't want to ask the question, and then like she completely like shuts down.
Yeah, of course. Be wise to give an insight. Yeah, that's sufficient enough. She's fine. It's been long enough that she's not like that torn up about it, where she's like a wreck if she brings it up. That would have been like she was like 2 or 3 when it happened. She doesn't remember them that well. That is her mother, so she would be fine with talking about it. And she even says as much. She says, "That's okay. It was a long time ago." And much has happened since then, and she kind of brushes off her garments, which is like a robe, and similar to all the others, where she's implying that, joining the Church of Lathander and all that.
Yeah, I would get the impression that it probably happened like at a young age, and she wasn't old enough to actually know like what that emotion meant at that age.
Yeah,
And so it's kind of like as she got older, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I understand now."
yeah,
Um,
precisely.
And that probably made it slightly better because it was a like emotion of the past, not of the present.
Yeah, she was able to
Maybe.
handle it much better because she had a lot of people supporting her, which is not something many have here. It's a luxury.
But I am going to ask her about the ghouls and if that is a continuing problem or an issue. Like, does this happen a lot? Like, do you constantly get these like undead creatures coming out of the forest?
She nods and says, "It's not necessarily localized to one area in particular, but this is a dangerous country, and you many should be careful of traveling near the forests or any unopened ground. To be honest, but even then, the fog can get you." She kind of lingers on that for a moment before sighing and says, "But yes, more specifically, you can encounter ghouls, you can encounter wolves of either the natural or unnatural sort, and all matters of other things. Some have also heard of wandering knights, long since dead, or um, floating creatures with many eyes. It's quite the place." She kind of sighs and returns back to her work. Not saying that she wants to end the conversation, but just not wanting to linger on her own thoughts.
I'm gonna ask her about the werewolves.
Okay.
See
She
what she's
says, yeah, I didn't. The DM here, I didn't do enough. The preparation, I didn't actually look into whether specifically where the werewolves are, which I should have done, but I can run with it all the same. She says, "It's something that I know the more powerful leaders of our city are aware of, since they have the resources to track them down. But a rumor here has been circling that they take up refuge in one of the nearby forests, or maybe the nearby ruins. We're unsure for certain, but we confident that they're close by, since their attacks happen fairly regularly and uh, always with some sort of opportunism. It's strange that they have such good luck, if you want to put it that way." She kind of rolls her eyes at her words choice.
Well, I'm gonna ask her. Who should we be talking to then here in town?
All right, let me look for the actual names of people. Um, she responds and says, "The Valakoviches, that's not what I should say, the Valakovich family is fairly wealthy. They are the local burgomasters. The Wachter House is another, and those in charge of the inn, the Martikovs, are all knowledgeable folk and may be able to point you in the right direction."
Once we're done here, I'll have to I'll have to let my companions know about this. We were on our way to another place of interest. And we got detoured here.
She says in response to that, it's like, we would be grateful if you did so. If those poor beasts have been harassing the city for many, many years now. It's been a very long ongoing problem. This is me, DM. This is something that's been troubling the town for a long time. It's like essentially a curse at this point. And no, I'm not being cute with my language. So anything more?
No, I think that's all that I'm gonna converse with her. Kind of like over the time that we are both making the potions.
Okay. Eventually, you do finish your potion, and she finishes hers shortly thereafter. Then she bows her head to you as she stands up and says, "I have some other matters I must attend to, but if you need anything, please see the priest or another one of the acolytes, and I'm sure they may help you."
At one point, you saw a red gremlin walk in, make some confusing gestures at you, and vanish like
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
That would have been funny. You just came in, made some sort of sign, and then just poofed out of existence. Like even with like the classic like cloud and sound and all that. Yep.
Nice touch.
Yeah.
So you're finally free
It's
to
like,
get out of there, Cole. Come on.
Okay then. Yeah, like I'm gonna give her a bow back and say, you know, have a nice rest of your day. Don't get into trouble and stay in school.
She smiles widely and walks off. She likes you. Not necessarily in any romantic way, but she really likes you. She thinks you're
I mean,
nice
she's going to
person.
take
Oh,
drugs because you specifically said don't stay off drugs. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's really into those dream pastries, I tell you what.
Told her to stay off the hard stuff, and now her arm is gonna look like, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Do you stay in the church, or do you move out to rendezvous with the others?
Once I finish, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna make sure that she cleaned up. It's not good that you leave a mess, you know. Clean up after yourself.
Yeah, she did. She put everything back in the box. Well, actually, the box, you used some of the ingredients, you paid for them, then she used all of everything she needed and handed it to you.
Yeah. Kids and their participation trophies. Get out of here. Clean up your mess. Yeah.
You went ahead
And-
to meet up with anybody else, or I don't know?
I'm not sure where they're at, so I guess I'll just start like walking down the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it be that around this time, for convenience, you wander along the road and you meet up with the other people in the town square because it's a common meeting point. It would make sense.
Hoorah.
It's actually going to be an intersection. You're going to be here, and what's going to happen is that I'm going to resolve what happened with them in the town square. They're going to probably go up and try to tell Bjorn what happened. They'll probably be going to the inn, and everybody will meet up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could probably
Yes.
hit the stables because.
Yeah. Yeah, which the stables are here. Easy to find. All right, let's do town square. Actually, do we need to take a break? Is everybody okay?
I'm fine either way.
Yeah.
It
I'm
would be
doing,
nice to continue playing while
uh,
everyone is still here and not leave. So.
Yeah, Mark is doing anything, but it's fine. I'm just checking to make sure everybody's okay.
Since I'm doing a Discord on my laptop, I have been taking breaks.
Yeah, I figured you had a little bit of downtime. Just making sure that everybody's good. We got a good from you. We got good from Treyu, Marcel.
I'm back.
And he's back. Just
Yeah,
in
Mark's
time.
back. How are you doing, Chris?
I said I'm fine either way, but yes, I'm definitely
Okay.
good to go. If you,
I'm just making sure. All right, everybody's good, so we're gonna keep going. I just wanted to give everybody a chance to take a break if they wanted to, because we've been going for a little while. Okie dokie. So the main square in Leeds. Let me look into that yet.
no smokers here.
All right. The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. I'll read one of these. One of them reads, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. Signed, the Baron."
Oh God, that's not a good sign.
No.
Yeah, what? What?
All right, another handout.
I just like- Yeah, I grab like one of the leaflets and I like nudge one of the folks and I was like, "Who's this Baron guy?" It's like, he sounds
Yeah,
kind of.
what is?
They look at you and they kind of get this like raised eyebrow, like The Rock. There's someone managed to raise one brow. They're kind of confused and they say, "You don't know the Baron."
I mean, I've heard of him, but this Finney's hosting right here sounds a bit odd. What the hell is this about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Baron is like the.
Well, wouldn't one know
He's,
about?
he's the
Yes.
burgomaster. Yeah, one would know. Would know. Yeah, he's not new. He's been the burgomaster for a
We
while.
run in different social circles, damn it.
Yeah, you actually don't like the Baron. Like it would make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's shitty, corrupt, bad guy that runs the city. Yeah, he's like the leader of the city essentially.
Yeah.
Not a good guy. Rumored that he works with Strahd. Definitely corrupt. Not at all a friend. So you would know who he is in general.
Okay. I'm like, oh God, what's he up to this time? I say out loud. It's like
You're like, oh yeah, that guy. That chew there.
Guys, I think this is going to be bad news. It says mandatory attendance for all children. What's that about?
All right, yeah. So you have these generic stalls, they're just basic little shop things. Oh,
Jesus.
Whoa,
Sorry,
what
I was just trying some.
okay, good.
Ignore me.
Good. All right. Yeah, you see the stalls. You see the people in stocks with the with plaster donkey heads. Yeah, and just some people getting water from the fountain.
Someone gonna
So the
like.
people in the stocks, they're like alive.
Yeah, yeah. These people are alive. Yeah, they're like being punished in some way. You want to like talk to them or?
Yeah, I like. Are they? So this is like a punishment. They're not like prisoners.
Yeah, they're punished. They're being punished for doing something. There are 3 men, 2 women, and 2 boys.
Yeah,
They're all like wet from like the humid air of the general area. They are collapsed down. They look kind of gaunt and fatigued. They're kind of just slack.
yeah, that
I
sounds
guess
like
I'll
they've
go up
been
to
there
one
for
of
a
the
while.
kids. Yeah, I'll go up to one of the kids and I'll be like, "How long have you been here? What'd you do? What happened?"
I'm just to determine how long ago it went. I'm gonna say the last 3 days ago. It's a boy. I'm gonna say you're talking to a 10-year-old. He says the guards were mad at us for saying just for being criticizing. Not criticizing. Let me say that
Speaking.
for speaking out against the festival.
God.
What festival?
So the Baron set them upon us.
It's like,
Very
hand out.
articulate kid.
I like showing the flyer and say this festival. Yeah.
Yeah, he nods. He nods. The head kind of bobbs back and forth, almost coming off his head, but it's pretty well attached. Yeah, and he says this festival. What was your question, Lucine? Was it
Like, what is this festival about? Flyer.
Yeah, I have to look into what the Festival Blazing Sun is.
Because some shit is what Lucian thinks it.
It's like Lucian.
Oh, right.
Work
It
together on this.
was. Yeah. Right. You saw two separate proclamations. One that referenced the Wolf's Head Jamboree. The other is referencing the Festival of the Blazing Sun. So actually, there were two different ones. The Wolf's Head Jamboree happened less than a week ago. So yeah, I'm gonna say, let's say 4 days ago. And they were talking bad about that and the upcoming one, and that's why they were punished. The Blazing Sun one is slightly different, so I'm gonna put that one in your handouts as well. All right. No, that's not what I wanted. I'm not gonna give you the whole goddamn map. So. Guess what? Yeah, I clicked on the wrong one. All right, there you go. So you guys should have two Valaki proclamations, and that one says
Where's this proclamation? Oh, there it is.
under Valaki. Yeah, I think.
Oh, I can't really read that, but okay. Fair enough.
Yes, it's come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. The Baron.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean? Children required.
It means there's a mandatory.
Everybody has to attend.
Yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I understand what it literally means, but I guess what I'm saying is, why are children and everyone required to attend? Like, what is?
I guess you'd
I
have
guess
to
what
go
I'm
to find out.
Yeah, that's
There is-
something you didn't even know.
That's what
But and it's implied
That's why I
that,
was asking my kid.
like, typically, like, social etiquette would be when somebody says attendance required. Children aren't included. Children deal about their own social business, like school or whatever else.
It
for
sounds
safety
like
things.
it sounds like going to Chuck E. Cheese without kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
In this case, it's saying that everybody, including children, must attend. I don't know about infants, probably not, but everybody has to show up.
Oh, it's just talking about the village as a whole needs to attend.
Everyone.
Okay.
has to.
Okay, that
I
makes
was thinking, okay.
Yeah, it kind of sounded weird, but yeah, as far as my understanding, it's just everybody must come.
Yeah, okay. I just thought it was okay.
And
So-
when is this festival blazing?
Can you speak
I
up?
asked the kid.
When is this festival happening?
I think it's in a couple, like a day. I'm checking.
Right.
I think it's the next day.
The next day, great.
Hmm.
Okay.
3 days. So you already been here 1 day, 2 days.
So at this point, like, one's heard enough about this outrage, and she's like, Lucien and Darius, and sorry, what's your character's name?
Darius?
Darius. It's like, Lucius and Darius, follow my lead. I'm gonna cause a diversion, get all these people riled up, and you go release these people. Does it sound good to you?
Wait, what?
Keep in mind that the
and-
stocks are secured with padlocks. They're pretty
Yeah,
hard
I-
to.
I like handing my
Tell her
thieves
how
toys.
you
Here,
would-
you know how to use these, right? And I'm just off and already doing it without
Oh
consent.
boy!
Uh,
No.
Anybody?
Wait,
do
no.
not.
Think rationally about this.
I mean, I do want to release these people, but I also don't know how to use thieves' tools. I guess I
Yeah.
can try to bash it with my hammer. I have a hammer.
That would be
Also, I believe
difficult.
there's
Yeah.
a bunch of guards around.
There are, yeah. It's the
Oh.
town
That's
square.
why I'm
There
causing
are
a
guards.
distraction to rile up the crowd. Why the guards are dealing with the riot or the
Yeah.
uprising? You've released
Well,
these people.
I was afraid.
Number one rule of improv is
I'm
never
sorry.
say no. So
Yeah.
okay, unless anybody
You know,
stops
maybe
her.
these people are. Do we know who these people are? Maybe they're criminals.
They're all punished the same way, and
Yeah, this
the
kid.
kid
just
implied that they're all.
Well, this is
Technically,
literally.
they were punished with a malicious unhappiness is the crime.
Well, this is
I'm not
literally
opposed to
two.
what
Oh,
she's-
go on.
I was just saying, I'm not opposed to what she's doing.
Yeah.
I just am questionable about the way she's going about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I also want these people freed, but I don't think this is the best way.
I mean, I'm like, use brute
I'll try
strength
to
if
do
you
it.
have to.
I'll try to do it, but I'm not gonna do you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Use
I
brute
was
strength
just
if you have to.
specifically asking
Pocket the
if it
guards
makes
if you
sense.
have to. Whatever. Just release them. Out of character,
Yeah.
this is literally two of my flaws in one.
Yeah.
Troublemaker
Hey.
and hate the authority,
Oh, no,
basically.
yeah. It makes 100% sense for one to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah. No, I mean.
I think Darius is more like really concerned about the possibility of guards coming from all directions.
Yeah,
Trying
that's
to
a
find
very, very
out.
reasonable possibility. But if it's a sufficient enough distraction, perhaps they'll get away.
Yeah.
So I'd
Again,
start
I
to, like,
can't really say no, but I can give you an idea of what's in the environment. Yeah, there are guards in all directions. There are some in the place. I'm gonna say there are a total of 30 people here, and then we got the
Listen. At least before we do anything like this, we should talk to the rest of our group, right?
Well, you can go get them. It's going to be a reasonable amount of time to retrieve them. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Sure, all right. If you promise, you'll hold out.
I mean, it's literally my flaw. I have to do it almost instantly. Come on.
That's true.
Just send your. I tell Darius, send your imp to go get the others.
all right. Good plan. Go.
Yeah,
Okay, Gremlin goes. This time he's gonna try to physically pull at Carl and Bjorn. No, wait, that's not a good approach.
does it have
Bjorn.
wings?
No, it does not. It's
Yeah.
mechanically it's just a rat.
Yeah, so it's gonna have to run. Okay. It would take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take 1 minute to reach Cole and another minute to reach Bjorn.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. That's like it's going to take a minute for me to properly get the attention of the crowd, or so.
It's like a communist uprising.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
what I
you
typed
know,
out.
probably-
Rise up,
Yeah.
comrades! The only thing we have to lose are the chains that bind us.
Oh my god.
Before, well,
This
as
is
she, like,
escalating.
runs
That's
off-
true. As for what Stu said, no one would know that Cole is about. But I mean, if the thing's smart enough to recognize him, that.
It was in the church when it disappeared, looking at Cole. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, as it's running along and say, "Oh, there's Cole," and I need to go tell him, like, if it's that smart to be able to do one of those kind of type of commands.
Okay.
Actually, I forgot that they're fey; they're not real animals, so they actually have like more intelligence than that.
Wait, the
Um,
gremlin thing? Well, I can just control him essentially. Like I can look through his eyes and then
Yeah, yeah,
give him commands.
yeah. That's true. It can't talk, but you're right about everything else.
No, but it would like I imagine it like
You can
tries to take
gesture.
out Cole and Bjorn if
Yep.
he can find them, and then just
Is there a range limit on that?
Hmm?
A range limit on
I
finding
think
them.
it's 100 feet or something.
Yeah, I want to
Telepathic
specifically
link.
figure out of the telepathic link. All right, then yeah, you're gonna. That is too far. You won't be able to get to Bjor with that telepathically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already know what my character would be telling one if I was there, but I'm not
Yeah.
giving the players ideas because that
No.
would be metagaming.
Yeah, so
Because
you
Bjor
can barely
probably has
reach
break-
Cole.
Bjor's probably had to break some people out of jail and whatnot, or the brig on other ships.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's very, very likely.
As one does this, can I, real quick, just do a look around to see if I see any houses that look like they might be the Barons, or just like really expensive looking houses, or
Let me look.
That
could
would just
very well
have
be
me
the case.
doubly do it in front of his own house.
well, Lucian might have some other ideas. Would also help.
I'm trying to find all the rich people's houses because there are 100% nice houses. I'm just trying to remember where they are.
And as he looks
So-
around, put the cloak on his back, put the hood up, and say, "They'll never see me."
You could see over here. It's a very tall building, which is why you could see it. It's taller than all the buildings around it. Wow. It's a long spell. And that's a
Yeah.
really big mansion. It's super fucking swanky. Looking. So, and then, no, you can't see that one. That's too far away.
So there's none like in the immediate.
No, you could see a sort of nice shop here, but that's it.
100 feet.
It's a store. Yeah, at 100 feet. I'm being generous and letting you get to Cole, but that's as far as you can go. It's like the absolute
I
limit.
mean, alright, sure. I'll just move up the street a ways and basically use him as a second set of eyes. And just try to get the attention of Cole and Bjorn when I can find them.
Okay.
Out of character,
minute.
by the way, I'm totally fine with just having to ride out of town, chasing saddles, but I think
Oh,
yeah,
no, I'm liking
escalating
this.
really fast.
Yeah, that could be really funny. Where did you show
but
this
I'm sure Darius is like, oh shit, let's not do this.
Yes.
Yeah, if this goes poorly, you guys could get overwhelmed.
Well,
There are a lot of guards here.
No pressure. This is
Yeah.
either going to go
Alright.
fantastically or poorly, but it's my weakness, so I'm compelled to do this plan.
Yep.
So I'm like, if I do a good enough speech,
Yes.
can I get advantage on
Yeah.
the charisma check?
Yeah, this would be. What specifically are you doing? You're trying to get a speech? You're
I'm
trying
like
to
addressing the
yell at me?
crowd to
Okay,
practically
so that
become
would
a
be-
mob against this whole Baron's festival
Hmm.
idea.
Interesting. Either persuasion or performance.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'll let you
probably
pick.
performance. So I'm doing my bard thing where it's like, people of Barovia, I too live in this region, and I am sick to death of the Baron's demands of the people. Rise up with me, rise up, all of you, and take back your freedom. That's essentially continuing rambling about this shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. The only real positive reactions you get immediately are from the people with the donkey heads.
I mean,
They were already dissidents to an extent. One of them doesn't. One of them is like just defeated. Wow, you rolled this
Oh.
well.
To say, there's like a group of people and they're all just looking at you, and there's one guy in the back who's like, yeah.
and obviously that was
Yeah.
also the diversion you need to free those people too. It's at the same time, so
Yeah, you just hear a couple shouts of support of like hoots and hollers. Most of them, the vast majority of the, in spite of your great performance, is negative.
oh
'Cause, I mean, a lot of people in this place are supportive of the Baron or terrified of him.
You probably rallied just like the 3 communists in the town.
Yeah, you got a few people that sympathize for you, but they're hard to pick out, and people look at each other critically and antagonistically. Like they're kind of East Berlin
So we're not
Stasi
actually going to
characters.
fight any guards. I'm literally going to run away from them after I've caused this distraction.
Yeah, because immediately that happens, the guards turn their attention to you instantly.
Yeah.
Start making their way toward you in a jog, and they already have their clubs out, because they're been told to shut down any sort of dissidents and protests and such immediately.
As I see them run towards, I'm going to use Predestination to make it kind of sound like I'm getting these people out of their cuffs, but not really getting them out of the cuffs.
Okay.
What?
To kind of distract them from arresting her, I guess.
She's the distraction.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, you are.
I can't get. Oh, that's
She was
right.
opposite. Yeah, you have to somehow get up the shackles, the
Okay.
stocks off of them.
All right. Oh well, how the fuck am I supposed to do
Just
that?
I'm gonna
slam
let
them
you-
or pickpocket the
Yeah.
guard or something. I don't know.
Yeah, either pickpocket or get violent with the locks.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start slamming the locks.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, we're gonna do a couple different things. One, you got currently. I'm gonna say you got 3 guards chasing you. They are 30 feet away.
It's like, whoop, gotta go.
Let's say-
And I
let's say
just
40
run
feet
out
away.
through the corridor.
Yeah, so you're just gonna start running. I'm gonna let you go where you want.
Yeah, so just go
You're
through
gonna
this
get-
little alley, like small
Yeah,
road.
that's exactly what I expected. Lucian, I'm going to give you a little bit of time without any guards. So all this hassle is going to draw some other attention. Yes, all the guards in this immediate area. You're going to have a brief window. I'm going to give you a couple
Do
minutes.
these
I'm gonna try
guards recognize one? Because she lives here, and I'm assuming she does shit like this all the time.
She's grenades.
She is kind of a street urchin, so they're kind of forgettable.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
she
just
does.
some riffraff.
That's up to one whether she's done this before or not.
I mean, I like the idea that I'm a well-known troublemaker, so yeah, absolutely. If they wanna,
Yeah, all the
hey, I
same.
remember you.
Yeah, they're all the same. They're coming after you. You've not been in the stocks before, but your friends have. You've
They could never
been,
catch me.
threatened with it.
I go to the stables, whistles for a horse to escape with. Yeah.
All right, Lucy. I'm gonna give you a couple tries here. There are 7 stocks in total. I'm gonna have you roll attacks with a weapon of your choice against it to see if you break it.
Please don't shoot.
I'm only going to attack 2 of them, and then probably I have the hood up on the cloak, so I'm prepared to run.
Okay.
I'm going to open the. You said there was 2 kids on the stocks. I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna try to
yep.
break.
2 children. 2 they're boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna break theirs or try to.
Yeah, them first. That makes sense. Probably you go them, the women, and the men. I imagine you would. Go ahead, roll your attacks with whatever you're using to break them out.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna just use a sword.
That's an excellent roll. Go ahead and roll damage. Does damage just matter? Yeah, awesome. You rolled really well. Not really. No, there's
I'm looking at the
music and
I'm looking at the map, and I'm like trying to judge the distance and whatnot, and it's like maybe 3 blocks.
yeah, there's a
Distance.
little distance thing, so it'd be.
Oh shit.
wow.
Okay. Yeah,
That's way
that's
further than I thought.
wow.
That's 1,000 feet. Yeah, that's further than
Okay.
I thought.
Yeah.
I was being really
disregard.
generous before. Yeah, I was like 6 times as
Oh,
generous as I should have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you cannot hear that.
Well,
Lucian, you
Darius
simply
is trying
free one of
to,
the
like,
boys.
signal you guys, so I don't know. Would you actually roll?
Yeah, we'll do an
anything
order
for that?
thing. I'll get to you in a moment. You're gonna get to Cole very shortly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lucian-
Unofficial turn order.
Yeah, just doing it in my brain. Lucian, you succeed on one boy. One boy's out and good. The youngest one, the one you were talking to, let's say, because he was on the end.
And then I'm gonna do that for the next
That hits. Let's see how well your damage is. It mostly goes through. You'll have to try again.
All right.
You're gonna only get 2 more hits in general until your turn's up.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna only try it.
Because then we move to the next phase. Okay, that you miss and hit the wood.
You hit the guy in the face with the hilt.
No,
Hold still.
okay, that hits. Roll for damage. Hit. Unless you roll
Still
one.
damage.
Yeah. There you go. You break them free. So both the boys are free.
And,
You're just gonna roll on that one at some point and head the guy, decapitate the guy.
Yeah, that would have been very bad.
Nah, that's probably all.
The guy next to him just gonna be like, "No, I'm good. I can stay here."
Yeah, you've used all your time, but the 2 boys are free. They take out their heads immediately and run away and kind of disappear into the alleyways and stuff. They're like one in that they themselves are kind of like urchin-y, poor
Yep.
people.
So
I'm
is
also
the short
gonna
guard that
real
was? Oh, sorry. Is the
Oh,
short
no,
guard
I'm just
that was?
also gonna run away because I don't a sticker.
Yeah, the citizens could I almost said finger you. I mean that's right, but that's not the right way of saying that. They could identify you shortly. Eventually they won't, but for now they can. Essentially, you got a GTA. You got like a 2-star right now. One has like a 3-star. So
That's when the cops start chasing you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or wait, no, the helicopter. You're right.
the helicopters. Yep.
Yes, it's about 4 stars when you get helicopters, thankfully. Nobody's flying yet. All right, Darius, you have the pole. So, did you say anything?
I could just imagine Darius getting up to call him like,
Yeah. And that time covering that much ground would have been hauling ass. You'd have been sprinting.
Darius. Oh, there you are. Why you
Let me
breathing
see.
so
Let
heavy?
me see how winded I am. Goes from bad to really bad. Whoa!
Alright.
Wow.
Mean that to be a crit.
Yeah, you
Just-
are fine. You never felt so alive.
Well, I know still been a tough run, but I think I'm fine. Well, one just suggested freeing prisoners in the town square, and I believe that's happening now. Where's Bjorn?
I don't know. Where's
I
one?
know Bjor.
I think we told him to. No, he told us he'd be at the tavern.
Yeah, he did say that, but he didn't tell Cole that. Cole would not know. I mean, Cole could assume.
Yeah, I'm telling him. Do we know where that is?
Yeah, he's probably at the tavern.
You know where the tavern is.
Yeah, I'm gonna point behind me. What's that building right there?
You just see the knocked out the person who said, "Yeah, he's in there." It's like-
Yeah. It's like, yours right here. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a person in front of the tavern knocked out. Yeah, he's probably in there.
Yeah, speaking of which, that guy's not laying in the mud anymore. He's like sitting up near the doorway. The guy
You
picked
really
him up
shouldn't
and
stay
dragged him.
unconscious for long. It's super bad for you.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna free.
Yeah, but
Alright,
he's
let's just
still
go
out
fetch
there.
him. I don't believe we have a lot of time.
Well,
Alright, so I'm gonna move some
Oh,
people
dear.
around here. And then, so
what's
you
going
two are
on with
together.
the one now? Is she causing more trouble?
Yeah, Darius, you respond to Cole.
No, I'm just talking to the air.
Okay, then one, you reach the stable, going in order. Yeah, Bjor wouldn't hear anything, so we go back up to my initiative order, my brain. So one, you reach the stable because you were heading for there, weren't you?
Yeah, I did my animal handling to whistle to attract a horse near me, but okay. And now I have to get into the stables to grab the horse and jump over the fence and just ride off.
Okay, so yeah, you did an animal handling check earlier, 21, which is excellent. All right then. Okay, they're still chasing after you. I'm gonna have to. You have to make some acrobatics. You have to make an acrobatics check to see if you can get past the people working at the stable because they heard the yelling of the guards, like, "Hey, stop her!"
Ooh, nice.
Nice, you do it. You manage to slip by them and get to a horse. It's a this one's average looking. It's like a spotted horse, brown with white splotches on it, like a weirdly kind of black spot on its nose. The only black part of its nose, a black part of its body rather. You get on top of it. It's not saddled at the moment. This one was in like back here. That's how you got to them. No, I'm gonna make it easier. You got to one of the ones that was the one that already was stabled up here. It's got a saddle and everything on it. So you got onto it. I'm gonna let you move a little bit more. What direction are you moving?
I'm just riding straight past Lucian and Cole. It's like,
Cole and Darius, nice. And you're going that way. All right.
see you guys.
Yeah, definitely the guard that was speaking with Bior and all that got involved with that. This is his area, so he sees one run by and he's like really confused because he doesn't know what's going on yet. But the guards are run by Darius and Cole because you didn't really participate. They don't really care about you. Keep going after one, but then they give up because they realize that one is going to get away. They then turn back toward the stable and try to get horses themselves. That takes a little bit of time. Okay, moving to Lucian next. What do you want to do?
Does it look? Can I like see from where I am if there are still no guard? Because if there are no guards around, I'll go back and try and help more people. But if not, probably gonna head to the mansion.
One guard came out from the southern road toward there, and another guard came from this road down to the area as well. So there's two guards now in the square.
Okay.
And they're looking for whomever freed the boys.